All right, let's get to, let's talk about the notable news this week. I got three things that kind of caught my attention that I wanted to talk about from the news. And number one is something that we've talked about a couple times on this podcast, but it seems to keep finding its way to the news. And that is Rhea Ripley, quote, speaking to her fans, treat us like we're normal humans and not like we're products. And this comes from SE Scoops. And Rhea went on to say that she's been approached in the airport numerous times by fans who harass for autographs, and if they don't get what they want, they become aggressive or angry. And I have I kind of have two takes on this that then I'll come together and give my kind of final take. First off, I'm going to step up and say, as far as Rhea Ripley, I don't like the quote. I get the sentiment. I don't like the quote. I don't like this idea. We are humans. We are not products. Rhea Ripley is a product. It is a product that is sold on television week in and week out. I think the bigger issue is that when you're at the airport traveling between shows, it's the clarity of you're not Rhea Ripley. I don't know Rhea Ripley's government name, but you are your government name. You're not the actor in the show. You are who you are. So I don't like this idea that you're not a product. You are a product, but you're not a product all the time. If you're trying to sell me t-shirts and you're trying to sell my kids toys, you are a product. And I know that sounds bad, but like when I produce this show, I am a product. The character and the person that I portray when I turn the camera on and I talk and I say things, I am creating a product. Whether I like it or not, it is a product. I'm selling myself to people who listen to the show in the same way that Rhea Ripley is a product. Now, let's discuss how you just because something is a product or someone is a product, there's still etiquette. There's still a way that you should treat people. And this comes down to, I think, just common courtesy and just the idiocracy of fucking people and what they think they are and aren't allowed to do, right? When Rhea Ripley is walking through the airport, you should leave her alone. If you're a grown adult, if you're over the age of 13, and that's just an arbitrary number, right? But if you are an adult, leave them alone. Don't bug them. Give them a nod. Give them a wave, smile, any of that is fine. But if they look like they're trying to go from point A to point B and you walk up and you harass them with, multiple items that you want autographed, you're a piece of shit. You are. That's reality, right? It's like the video of the guy who approached Rey Mysterio in the airport trying to get him to sign multiple items and you see Rey Mysterio become visibly upset. That's a people problem. That's not a Rey Mysterio problem, right? Now, from my believe that kids should be fine to approach. I don't think that wrestlers and people in talent should have a problem. I think that if you're at an event that involves wrestling, you shouldn't have a problem. But I think that I think kids are the differential. The kids are the differential, right? If I'm with my kid and they want to approach, I might approach. I might give my kid the opportunity. But I don't think that's what Rhea Ripley's talking about. When she's talking about this, I think it is the pushy fan, the pushy adult fan who brings multiple items. And so this just feels to me like this is the problem with people. This is a people problem. This is asshole people who think they're entitled to talk to somebody because, I know who that person is. No, respect people's boundaries, have common courtesy. Don't approach. Hey, just a what's up? How you doing? Don't pull your phone out. Don't run up. Maybe if you happen to happenstance to be sitting next to him, you can go, do you mind signing this for me? But any asshole, especially the ones that are there for business, that are trying to sell things, that's ridiculous. So I side with Rhea Ripley. I get, and who am I to play the semantics of what she said? But I don't like this idea. You are a product. That's the reality, right? Roman Reigns is a product. The bloodline are a product, but that doesn't mean you're entitled to treat them a certain way. It was revealed that Alexa Bliss had a skin cancer scare amid her WWE absence. Okay, so this explains where Alexa Bliss went. I've been a little critical of this in the last couple weeks, not understanding why she just came back and then disappeared again. This feels like a solid reason to go MIA, right? So thoughts and prayers go out to Alexa Bliss. Hopefully it looks like, based on the post she made, that she will be able to recover and come back from whatever it was. But like, this definitely makes some things make a little more sense. Doesn't fix me on the Bray Wyatt stuff, but you know, who knows? Maybe the plan involves Alexa going forward and they're putting it all on hold. I don't know what it is, but this definitely like puts into perspective that like when someone disappears, it's good to maybe take a second to really try and figure out what's going on. Last but not least, there's a report that WWE has a year of long-term storylines planned post WrestleMania 39. These type of reports make me laugh because this is the same story that they tried to sell to us going into WrestleMania, that they had 6 months planned. They knew exactly what they were doing. These are the stories they wanted to tell. You know, if you listen to WWE, they didn't want The Rock. They didn't need The Rock. The Cody and Roman was the plan all along, right? Yeah, you know, okay. You can say whatever you want. Now, whether you stick to that or not, that is the problem, right? Triple H says you got a 6-month plan going into WrestleMania. There's no way you're fooling me into believing this is the WrestleMania 39 that Triple H wanted, right? But all kidding aside, if this thought process, booking out a year in advance, if this leads to some more coherent storytelling, then it's ultimately a good thing. I'm okay with it. I got no problem. If this is really, if this is a real thing, cool. More power to you, Triple H. More power to you, WWE. You got year-long storylines. Hopefully they include Montez Ford winning the United States title in the near future. Hopefully they include LA Knight winning an Intercontinental Championship in the near future. And hopefully they include Gunther winning a world championship within the next year. If you got all that in there, I'm good. Book it out for a year if that's what it takes.